Okay everyone, welcome to Tuesday Tips. Today we're talking about oils that begin with C. Last week we did B, this week we're doing C, and since there's lots of oils that begin with C, we're going to focus on just the first three, which is cardamom, cassia, and cedarwood. Now this is really fun. I'm so much enjoying this series because these are oils that aren't like the top 10. So these oils we don't talk about all the time, right? These are ones that you might not purchase right away. Maybe you get them later on down the line once you've learned about them, because they do such great things for us, right? They support us in great ways. So the first oil that we'll talk about today is cardamom. Cardamom comes in this little 5 ml bottle, okay? It is the most expensive spice, okay? And it is a close relative to ginger. So when you smell it, it has kind of it reminds me a little bit of eucalyptus, ginger and peppermint. Those ones have, they open up my airways when I smell them. They have something in there that's really helpful in that way. So one of the main things that cardamom is helpful for is to help relieve some congestion, right? Helps to open up your airways, open up your nose. You can do this by just applying to the bridge of the nose, also diffusing, smelling it from the bottle, putting a drop in the palm of your hand, rubbing your hands together and just cupping and inhaling. That's some of the things that you can do to really help with congestion and airways and just breathing in general. So cardamom is actually in the Breathe product. So it's in the Breathe oil blend as well as the Breathe drops and the vapor stick. So they added cardamom in a little bit later. So it wasn't in there originally, but it's part of the new, within the last few years, they've added this one in. And it's been really, really lovely and a great addition to those blends. Some other things, it's great for digestion. So stomach issues, stomach aches, helps to move the bowel, which is really important. So you can just take this, put a drop in some water, take it in a capsule, rub it around the belly button. Okay, very, very helpful, cardamom. It's good for menstrual issues and muscular aches. So any kind if you're having some menstrual aches, things like that, you can rub this along the abdomen. Body aches, you can massage it in any area that would need support. Helps with pain, helps to support proper levels of inflammation, things like that. For a scratchy throat, you can just apply it to the outside of the throat. You could put it in a drop of water and actually gargle it. It can be very soothing for the throat when it's feeling maybe just a tinge sore or just kind of scratchy. That's a great thing to do. And it pairs very well, like I said at the beginning, with peppermint, right? Kind of has the same, helps me with the same way with my sinuses as peppermint would. And so this can be very good when combined with peppermint in helping to balance out proper body temperature. So when your body is feeling like it needs to be balanced in that area, then you can add cardamom to the peppermint, apply that up and down the spine on the bottoms of the feet, okay? And you would do that pretty consistently every 30 minutes to an hour, okay? It's good for mental fatigue and confusion. If you're feeling a little confused, sometimes I do, you can put this under the nose, on the back of the neck. Really helps to clear the mind and ease any kind of fatigue. When you are in the middle of a project or you're working or even if you're on the computer or something and your mind just starts to feel overdone and overwhelmed, cardamom can help you there, okay? Very good at supporting the pancreas, supporting the proper function of the pancreas. Now, you just apply it over the pancreas and on the bottoms of the feet. Really helps to cleanse and restore function, okay? So really important there. Good for bad breath and household odors. So if there are some odors you want to get rid of, you can diffuse cardamom. You can even put it in a little spray bottle and spray like your trash can or, different things like that always seem to have an odor. You can put it in a capsule for helping with bad breath and things like that. It's really helpful. And of course you can use it in cooking. Like I said, it's the most expensive spice, so that's something that I would take advantage of with this little bottle because we don't know the power of these. A little goes a long way, right? Okay, so the emotional side of cardamom is the oil of objectivity. This is really cool. So cardamom helps individuals to regain objectivity, mental sobriety, and self-control. It assists individuals who frequently feel frustrated or angry with other people. We all know people like that. Cardamom is especially helpful for times when one's anger goes to their head, causing them to become hot-headed. In such situations, the individual becomes inebriated with anger. There are some really good words in this one. Losing control and rational function. Cardamom helps to bring balance, mental clarity, and objectivity during moments of extreme anger and frustration. I have some children that need that. Cardamom is especially beneficial for individuals with a long history of anger or aggression, which often becomes directed outward. It is helpful for those who hyper-focus on their problems, especially their frustrations. Cardamom assists individuals in breaking down or digesting these intense emotions of frustration and anger by redirecting energy to the solar plexus, the center of responsibility. In this way, cardamom helps individuals let go of emotional distortions which cause them to objectify other people and see them as inconveniences. Cardamom demands that individuals stop blaming others. It asks them to take personal ownership and responsibility for their feelings. As they do, they will feel more at peace, calm, and in control of themselves. So this is really something interesting about cardamom, and it's the way that it's dealing with anger, because when we're dealing with anger, it's going to manifest in different areas of our body. I know for me, whenever I'm feeling fear, anxiety, anger, any of those kind of intense emotions, I feel it in my stomach. And so that's where I carry my stress. And so that's any time I feel stressed, I feel it right in my gut. And that's stomach pain, that's all sorts of different things happen there. And so what's interesting about cardamom is cardamom helps with stomach issues as well. So, and I'm not the only one. Most of us, that's where we're going to feel anger, fear, anxiety, things like that. And so by rubbing and diluting the oil and rubbing them around the stomach, and that's where we're going to feel, it's where we're holding our anger, right? That's going to help us emotionally, but it's also going to help us physically. So I love to see how the emotional side really fits in with the physical side of these oils when you just start to really think about how you're using it and how you're applying it. So that is cardamom. Next up, we've got cassia. So cassia is very spicy. It's a great oil. It's similar to cinnamon, okay? It has similarities. You can make a really fun like cinnamon water drink, and you can put 1 drop of cassia and like 1 or 2 drops of grapefruit in a big glass of water and drink that up, and it's really tasty and yummy and a special treat. So cassia, if you have cold extremities, cassia can really help you. You can just put it on the bottoms of the feet, massage it in. I know my hands and feet get very, very cold, right? In the wintertime especially, but I even feel it in the summertime. When it's warm outside, everything, I'll be warm, except my hands will be really cold. And when I'm training clients, my Pilates clients, I always have to apologize, say, I'm so sorry my hands are cold, whenever I'm touching them or putting them in positions that I need them to be in. So it can really help to increase blood flow and bring warmth to the body. Now, you're definitely going to want to dilute cassia. Okay, it's a hot oil, so this is not one you want to put on your skin. Neat. You're going to want to put it on with some dilution, so get out your fractionated coconut oil and make sure that you're using it with that. Very good for stomach issues, similar to cardamom, okay? This is a spice, so this is really going to help upset stomach. Take it into a capsule. It really helps to resolve and restore your digestive system, okay? It is a great detox for your ears, your nose, and your throat. And even your lungs. So anytime, occasionally we get phlegm and different things going on in our bodies and just gunk that kind of stays in our chest, right? By taking cassia internally in a capsule, that really helps to move those things out of the body. So that's a very, very helpful tip. It just kind of clears it out of the body, helps the body just naturally have that happen. It's very good for water retention and helping to support proper kidney function. Okay, so this is taking it in a capsule. This is putting it on the feet and focusing on the kidney reflexology point on the feet. So you want to massage it in. If you know where that reflexology point is, you want to massage it right into that point, okay? It's good for when diffused. It does a great job of really cleansing the air, and you know, anytime we're cleansing the air, we're really helping to boost our own immune system, so that's very helpful. It's good for supporting proper blood sugar, as well as a really good functioning metabolism. Okay, so it really supports those things. That's when you want to take it in a capsule with meals. Okay, so that can be very, very helpful. It probably also really helps to settle your digestion as well. It's very good for the libido. That's right. Nice spicy oil. So you want to dilute this. You can put it on the bottoms of your feet to really help in that area if you need help in that area. So you can also use it in cooking. It's a really fun thing to cook with. It gives more of a sweet cinnamon-like flavor when using it. So actually, I've used it in place of cinnamon a few times when I've either been out of cinnamon or I've just had this close by and I just use that in place of it. So the emotional side of Cassia, it's the oil of self-assurance. So Cassia brings gladness and courage to the heart and soul. It is a wonderful remedy for the shy and timid. It helps those who hold back and try to hide. When a person avoids being the center of attention, Cassia can restore their confidence. Similar to cinnamon, Cassia dispels fear and replaces it with self-assurance. It challenges individuals to try even when they are afraid of making mistakes. Cassia aids those who feel foolish by helping them see their own brilliance. It supports the soul in seeing its own value and potential. Cassia assists individuals in discovering their innate gifts and talents. It invites them to let their light shine and live from their true self. So that is Cassia. Remember to dilute it because it's very, very strong. Okay, then we have cedarwood, another one of our wood oils. Cedarwood is very, very grounding and very, very calming. Love it. It's kind of, so it kind of smells a little bit like dirt, but it's a great kind of dirt. It's the kind of dirt you want. Because it's wood, so it's woodsy. It smells like kind of like wood. So very good for focus. Okay, those low GABA levels, those ADD thoughts, ADHD kind of attention span, very, very helpful for this. Apply it on the back of the neck, across the forehead is very helpful. Really helps to diffuse and really inhale it. Helps with those anxious feelings. Helps you to regain your focus and your concentration. Okay, so this is a great one. It's a great one for hyperactive kids, and it's very, very gentle. Okay, so this one is one that I can just use right out of the bottle, right on my skin. I don't really have skin sensitivities to cedarwood. It's really good for skin, actually. I like to alternate the oils I use on my face and on my skin, because I'll notice that our bodies are, I was talking to someone about this earlier, our bodies are always changing and shifting. So we might respond to an oil one way this month, and then next month we might respond differently. So next month we might not really like that oil very much, or it might be doing something different for us because our body is changing and always shifting. So that's why I like to kind of shift the oils that I use on my skin. And this is one I like to use because I have occasional breakouts and things like that on my skin still, just hormonal fluctuations. And so I like to put a drop of this in my doTERRA anti-aging cream, and I use that on my face, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's velvety on my skin. I like to alternate between cedarwood, patchouli, frankincense, and of course blue tansy is now another one of my favorites. So, but cedarwood, I always end up going back to that. It's very, very soothing for really any skin sensitivity. So cedarwood's also in the Correct X, which is like the little neosporin of the oils world, right? It really helps with soothing wounds and skin, things like that. So that's cedarwood's in there. And so it's really good. Just, you can use it with some lavender and apply right to any kind of irritation on the skin, where it's real mad and angry skin is what I like to call it, red, scratchy, all of that kind of stuff. It's actually good for coughs and also supports sinuses. So that's something that you can do, just applying it to the chest. You can apply it to the forehead when you're having some sinus issues as well, and just inhale it. It's good for supporting the urinary system as well as the bladder, and of course also the vaginal system, and it helps to just support that. So you can apply it to the abdomen, and you can do that regularly if you need support there on a regular basis. That's really good. It's good for gum issues. So you can just take this, dab a little bit on your finger, and just rub on your gums like after you brushed your teeth. That can be very, very helpful. Your dentist will thank me. It can be also used as an insect repellent, okay? So you can dilute this, you can put it in a diffuser even, just to deter insects around your house. I've even had people before diffuse outside, like on their back patios whenever they want to be outside and they just want to get rid of that. It's a lot better than having to burn those chemical candles, things like that. Yeah, so that is cedarwood. So the emotional side of cedarwood is the oil of community. So cedarwood brings people together to experience the strength and value of community. Those in need of cedarwood struggle to form bonds within social groups. This can often be due to an overdeveloped sense of individuality. Rather than allowing themselves to be supported by family, friends, or a community, they live by excessive self-reliance. On the other hand, the individual's difficulty forming social roots may also stem from feeling disconnected and separate from the human family. Cedarwood inspires the feeling of belonging and assists the heart in opening to receive the love and support of other people. It invites the strong-willed individual to couple the strength of individuality with the supportive power of community. So I love that. Cedarwood supports individuals in seeing that they are not alone. Life is a shared experience. So that's the 3 oils that we're going to talk about today. Next week, we'll talk about the next 3 oils. We might be talking about the oils that begin with C for a while because, like I said, there's a lot of them. So anyways, I hope that you received some great info about these 3 oils, and if you have them, you'll start to use them. I actually put cardamom in my diffuser today with wild orange and peppermint, and I'm loving it. So anyways, y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.